Okay, good afternoon. This afternoon will surely be learning field day as we will be discussing something that we can all apply in our lives or in all aspects of our life. Okay, this topic will surely help you reflect. Okay, that's one, and will help you grow in terms of our character. Okay, but before that, let's have first a group discussion activity. Okay, we will be dividing the group into two. Okay, can we have it now? Maybe, okay. So one group will have 4 and one group. Okay, so this is what you are going to do. Okay, you among you are familiar with Mayor Rodrigo Duterte. Huh? Let me see. How about the rest? Okay, you are not familiar? Okay, so with this activity, you will learn more. Okay, so let's divide the group into two. So I'll be giving you this newspaper articles. Okay. So in your group, you will discuss the achievements and issues, okay, of this leadership, and you will answer this question. Okay, it's almost election time, right? And people from Davao, actually not only from Davao, they are urging him to be president. Okay, if he will decide to run as a president, will you vote for him? Okay, so will you vote for him? So you will do that in 15 minutes, and then you will ask from your group a representative. Okay, and you will discuss your stand. Okay, so if your answer is yes, then tell me your stand. And if your answer is no, then discuss your stand. Okay, I'll be giving you 15 minutes for that. Okay, you talk about it. You ask somebody to report
human rights,
report your answer you from.
vigilant statute, criminal records giving raise to suspicious that so-called Davao West will be Davao City.
Okay, are you done with your discussion? Are you done with your discussion? Maybe we can now start. Who would like to explain first their side?
Okay, it's okay if you guys.
Who would like to start first? With group or your group? Nathaniel.
Okay, so kami na lang po mo.
Okay, what's your stand as a group?
Siguro sa grupo, ang stand po namin is ayaw po namin mamulo sa bilang presidente si Sir Duterte.
Okay, can you give your reason?
Maaari pong good po ang intentions niya according to the article. Pero yung kanya po, yung paraan po niya para ma-ating yung mismong yung mga magagandang bagay na ninanais niya is mali o pamamaraan. Kumbaga yung para sa mga drug leaders, mga drug lords, yung mga kidnappers, ang isang pamamaraan niya is to kill them, hindi na trial. So, if judge kanya dito na isa kang drug pusher without going to legal trial, medyo tagilid din na kagad. Kasi pwede na niya tayo kagad patay. Okay lang siguro kung sa Davao siya sa province, sa city. Pero kung sa buong Pilipinas, kung bibigyan natin siya ng ganun kalaki siguro power, responsibility, medyo nakakatakot. Kung tayo mismo sa yung history natin, natasik natin si Marcos dahil sa kanyang abusive sa power, maaaring pwedeng maulit yun. Kung sa pamamaraan ni Sir Duterte. So yun po, isa po yun sa mga reasons na bakit po.
Okay, why don't we clap our hands for that answer? Okay, now let's listen to the other two who would like to give the answer.
So sa amin po kasi, ano daw din po.
Okay, so both of you answered no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So kasi po, yung ano,
Aside from the reasons they gave, what else can you give?
medyo kasi po yung sa article, medyo related sa article. So yung past behavior po ni Mayor Duterte, yung makaklasify na po din naman siya as murderer. So yun po, pati po yung base sa article din po, parang nagpapakitang tao lang po siya. Yung, ayun nga po, nagko-contradict po yung kanyang mga sinasabi sa kanyang talagang ginagawa.
Other answers? How about other answers from your other members? Very good. Maybe those articles help you to decide, right? How about for those who do not know Mr. Duterte yet? Were you able to enlighten by those articles? Okay, who among you are registered voters? So this kind of activity will help you decide in the future. So when you make decisions in the future, try to weigh and balance. Do the same thing, okay? Like what you did earlier. You read, you have all the articles to help you decide. Now, let's continue. Many people may appear successful, right? They have fame, they have recognition, they have achievements, but they also fail in other aspects of their life. Okay, right? How about you? How about in this group? Can anyone from your group share some of your experiences, the compromises that you made before? Okay, or things that, or habit that made a huge impact in your life right now? Or things that you did in secret, misdeeds? I know it's hard for you to share your secret. I know it's hard for you to share your secret. But are there things that you did in secret that made a huge impact in your life right now? Yes.
Well, maybe I think before I'm really lazy, I do not really prepare for a quiz or for finance, and that really made a difference in my life because bumabagsak.
But in front of so many people, you're appearing like
They thought,
you're a genius, you
yeah.
studied.
They thought I'm perfect. Sorry guys.
But
Ayun nga, deep inside, really lazy. I really need huge amount of motivation before doing something. So, ganun yung problema. Kapag tinamad ako, hingi-hingi. Wala eh.
telling everyone that you're okay, but actually you're not.
Not okay.
You're not okay. Why do you think it is bad? Is it bad not to study, or to show others that you're okay when actually you're not? Is it really bad?
So, siguro, because I think hindi talaga yun yung nangyayari. May nakikita ko sa akin. Hindi talaga. Just trying to pretend. And it's way far from yung nakikita. And that is also a form of lying.
Do you keep on doing it? You don't do it most of the time.
hindi na po.
So what are the consequences that you experience?
Low grade.
Low grades.
Parang galit na mga klase sa mga project.
You're not participating.
Sometimes I'm not doing my part. So if you're not doing your part, then they will do it, but they're going to be not doing it.
How about others? What else can you share aside from not doing?
But not anymore.
Not you're a student here already. How about situation coming from the ladies? Anyone? By the way, Aileen, what did you do? What did you do about it? How were you able to resolve? Were you able to resolve?
Yes.
What did you do?
It was it. I just suffered the consequences. And then when I saw how great the consequences are, doon na po. Doon ako nag-strive to make things better. Lessons.
Because of the consequences.
Because of the consequences.
That's a good thing to know. Remember that whenever you do bad thing, there will be consequences. Your sins will find you out. Anymore? So thank you, Natalia, for opening that of the group. I'm sure in one way or another that gave enlightenment to your classmates. So all these things that we have been talking about are what? Well, right and wrong, about ethics. Right? And that's what we are going to talk about this afternoon. Ethics and leadership. Focus on privatism. Okay? Now, what is ethics? So what word will you remember when you hear the word ethics? Morals. Morality. Or what's morality? What's morality? Okay. Okay. So that's good. Let's see what Barbara Whitehead can tell us about ethics. According to Barbara Whitehead, ethics is the critical study of standards for judging the rightness, so you're correct, Amin, the rightness or wrongness of conduct. It's just like this. Oh, what do you say? Of course, they're apples, not grapes. Right? So, what kind of apples do you see?
A good one. And
Okay, so good apple and rotten apple. So if you will be served, okay, if you will be given two apples, there, one good apple and one rotten apple, what will you choose?
good one.
The good one, of course. You will not be choosing the rotten one. So that's ethics. In simple language, ethics is determining what is right and what is wrong. If you will be asked, why do we have to study ethics? In our modern times, okay, many new teachings sprout. Okay, there are so many teachings that are sprouting these days. Right? Like same-sex marriage, what else? In your time. What else? Okay? And before you can accept them, all those new teachings, you should analyze them first before accepting them. Before you accept them as solid practice. Remember that. When you hear new teachings, don't just, yes, I will follow. I will do that. No. When you hear new teachings, you have to study it first before you accept them. Is it okay? Why do we have to study ethics? Because with the new teachings that we have, if you will accept the new teachings, that will affect your what? Your ethical standards. And your ethical standards will also affect your leadership. Now when we say leadership, your leadership style, it's how you make decisions for the organization. Now, so just remember this. When you accept new teachings, for sure that will affect your ethical standard. And your ethical standard will affect your leadership. Okay, of course, you will not stay here forever. You will go out and work. So it's good that you have good teachings in you. Now, like what I've said, you are the future leaders, and if your ethical standards are molded by the twisted teachings of this world, what will happen? What kind of leaders will we have in the future? Right. What kind of leaders will we have in the future? Twisted. So, now, let us discuss privatism. Okay, what is privatism? According to the definition of privatism, what I do in private is my business and has no impact on my public life. The assumption is this. Public or private division is completely separate without any connection or relationship. Just imagine this. It's like having a cabinet. Okay, just imagine a cabinet with two compartments. One is your public life and one is your private life. Well, let's go back to Apple's example. It's like a compartment wherein two compartments, wherein in one compartment you are putting all the good apples. That's your public life. And you are showing people that I am good, I am doing my responsibilities well. And in the other compartment, you are putting all rotten apple. Okay? Those are things that people do not see, that you do in private. Is it good to put them in one cabinet? Do you think? And if you will apply that in your life, is it okay to have what? A good public life and while you have messy private life? That's the question. Now, as long as you are effective in your work, nobody should question what you do in private. Now, I'll give you some examples. Let's start with this. Who among you are familiar with Bill Clinton? Okay, he became the US president. And this president had what? Extramarital sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky. She was a White House intern. So when the American people learned about this, what happened? Still, they accepted Bill Clinton. Even though he had a messy private life. He had a relationship with the White House intern Monica Lewinsky. How about in our country? Are you familiar with this? What can you say about Arab Estrada? Joseph Estrada. Before he became president, he was an effective mayor, right? Senator, and even what? Vice president. But all those years, he was into gambling, drinking, and womanizing. But still, I remember this, but still, there are still people who still vote for him, who still follow him, who still idolize him. Because what he was showing was what? That he was good, publicly, that he can do his responsibilities well. In the Bible, there's also one example who practiced privatism. David. Do you know that? Do you know the story of David? David is a what? Man after God's own heart. He was a very effective king of Israel. But one day, he committed adultery with murder. With whom? Bathsheba. What did he do with Bathsheba's husband? He sent him to war. First liner. Okay, so he'll be killed right away. And according to verse 27 of Psalm, but the thing David had done displeased the Lord. That displeased the Lord. Even David, even this man in the Bible committed the same mistake. God rebuked David and told him that he will bring calamity to his life because of what he did in secret. Later on, David repented. He repented. You know, I don't know your life. I don't know your secrets. I know all of us have secrets. We are showing people out the good things in us. When we talk, when we communicate with them, we are showing things that are good in us. But we are not really telling them our secret. The things that we keep on doing in secret. Now let us refer to what God says. This is the best source of morality. So yes, we have laws, but we have above the law, and that is God. And that is the lesson about private living. And with this, I want you to remember, God is concerned not only about your public life, about our public life, but more importantly, your private life. So what can we say about this lesson? We have to make our private life settle first, or our private life right first, before we can be effective, or we can have effective public life. Did you get any lesson from it? Did you get something from this lesson? Do you have any questions before I ask you to make an activity, our last activity? Or any insight or that you want to share with the group after hearing the lesson? Anyone?
If you focus on your private life first, your public life would eventually be this as good as your private life. It will eventually be parang ano na rin siya, maging outflow na siya kasi yung private mo na ayos na automatic na siya.
It's a good reminder for all of us, right? Not even, I know, my students, but this one is also a good reminder for me. All of us commit mistakes. But it's not yet too late. It's not yet too late. We can still change our messy private life. If we have. I'm not saying that all of you have messy private life. Okay? But if you have, we can still change. We can still change our messy private life in order for us to make acceptable public. Okay? Okay, for our last activity, I want you to answer this. I want you to get 1/4 sheet of paper. So I want you to answer this. Is it really okay to have a messy private life as long as you have an orderly public life?